Yo guys, welcome to the Q&A. So we're rolling in here for the Q&A. This is now part 3. To get your question answered is simply head to the website halffullfootballhot.com. You scroll down to the contact us, you put in your name, put in your email, and then send in your question. I want questions, football questions, non-football questions, send them all in. Let's ride through. James Zimbado, hello HH, could I have your advice on how to properly take penalties? I like this question. Recently, my school team lost in the playoffs on sport kicks, and though I did not take one, I would like to know what you think is the best way to take a penalty. I love this question. Now, because I know this because I used to be a keeper, and I was a keeper in a penalty shootout where I believe I saved 3 penalties. So this is about goalkeeping psychology and really the how the goalkeeper is thinking and what you do as a player. 2 things you need to keep in mind when taking a penalty. First thing, 2 ways. First way, pick your spot. Pick your spot, and I always advise go either bottom left or bottom right. If you go high and you try and smack it, it's always tricky. So I always say place it and go far bottom left or far bottom right. So let's say you're going bottom right. Run straight on. Never run at an angle. Because again, as a keeper, begin as a keeper. If you run at an angle, I can tell by your body movement where you're going to go. If you run straight on, and I remember, because I got this from watching Brazil, the 98 World Cup final, Brazil against Holland, where the Brazilians all ran straight on and they all scored their penalties. Run straight on is very difficult for the keeper to know where you're going. So you run dead on, straight on, look straight, you know where you're going, and at the very last minute, you open your body up and you put it into the corner, either bottom right or bottom left. The second way of taking a penalty, go straight down the middle. And the thing about this is that very rarely do keepers stay still. A keeper, 9.99 times out of 10, is going to try and dive. So, if you're going up and nobody has, if let's say the guy before you has gone through the middle, you could still do it because the keeper is not going to think you're going to go into the middle twice, but it's then tricky. If nobody has gone straight down the middle, and especially if you're nervous, go smack it hard, go straight down the middle because the keeper won't dive. But the thing is that if it's a keeper who isn't really very good, and is maybe like a bit overweight and is not really agile, going down the middle may not work because he may not really dive that much and may just mistakenly save it. But if it's a good keeper, that's the key. If it's a good keeper who is agile, he's going to dive. He's going to try and go for a spot. You go straight down the middle if nobody has done it before. So that is what you do. You run straight on. Do not run at an angle. Either pick your spot or go straight down the middle. Again, thanks for that. I love that. I want more questions like that. Guys that play football, let me give you something. I like that question. Max Akundov. Hello HH. Do you think Steve Mandanda had an underrated, underappreciated career? What do you think of his loyalty to Marseille? In the last 25 years, Marseille have only won 2 Ligue 1 titles. Mandanda was a crucial part of 2010 league winning team. And what is it say about him? Also, Steve Mandanda is my favorite, alongside Keylor Navas and William Carvalho, primarily because of his loyalty to Marseille and leadership. Thank you for putting out the best football analysis. Don't forget, you're the best football analyst on the planet. Thank you. I remember you asking this before. And I think the thing with Mandanda is that, loyalty is a great thing. You look at Del Piero to Juventus. You look at Totti with Roma, Gerrard with Liverpool, and obviously what will happen with De Rossi and Roma, who he's going to retire with Roma. I love when players do that. And Mandanda, at his best, was one of the best keepers in the world, like a top 5, maybe about 4, 5, 6, especially in their winning team 2010, he was one of the best keepers in the world. So I think it is great and amazing how he's been able to, because again, every time I think of modern day Marseille, because obviously old school Marseille, I think of obviously people like Desailly, and I think Papon played for them, but especially Desailly. But when I think of modern day Marseille, the player that exemplifies them is Mandanda. He has always been a constant feature of that team, and I just think that it is definitely amazing that what he's done. And look, it's football economics. The modern footballer is not going to stay with the club for 20 years, especially if they're not winning trophies. So I think people like a Totti and a Mandanda are very, very rare breeds, and people need to really love them. And I think when he retires, It's fact. You've got to build a statue of him. Dylan Holmes, hello HH. I have 3 small questions for you. 1. Who between Arsenal and Tottenham will win a Premier League title next? That's a tough one. Because if Ozil and... I'll say Arsenal. Because I think that Tottenham, a lot of their best players will leave. And I think Arsenal will have a new resurgence. I think Arsenal will have a resurgence. So I'm going to say Arsenal. Because I fear for the future for Tottenham. Do you think West Ham made the right points moving and appointing Moyes? It's a way to be seen. But if you had to ask me, I'll say yes. Because I think that Moyes ultimately will keep them up. But wait till we see. Who do you think should replace Tony Pulis at West Brom? It's got to be Big Sam. He knows the Premier League. He knows how to get results from the Premier League. He knows how to get the best out of teams. Big Sam, and that there are enough good players at West Brom for him to be able to get them to safety and start winning. Although West Brom should not have sold Tony Pulis. Will Dungos. HH, why is Danilo a brick? Because he's crap. Mr. OG, hi, I've been watching you since the extermination of PSG by Barca. But I find it a monstrous act that you don't have a Chelsea representative on your Champions League hangouts. Peace. Well, if you want to join, man, follow me on Twitter, log into Google, and then just click on the link, and then you can join me on the hangouts. So if you want to be in there, we used to have one, but yeah, he's not there anymore. But if you want to join in, join right in. Pierre Richard Michel. Hello, H. Thank you for this amazing work he puts on a regular basis. My question this week is, should teams like Anderlecht, Celtic, Karabakh, and small teams like this be stopped from entering the Champions League, or is UEFA and their FFP the ones to blame for having 4-0, 5-0, 7-1 scoreline? Like you said many times, UEFA have to use this method of North America where you have salary cap and also top young prospects going to the weaker teams. Like this, in 3 to 4 years, those teams will be able to put up better competition and compete for titles. That's what I've been saying. The American system has to be copied. That's probably the best thing I can say about American sports, apart from the NBA. It's their salary cap system. Without it, you're going to be seeing things like 7-1s, 5-0s, 4-0s. In Carrier Bag, I love them. Shout out to those guys. They shouldn't be in that group, and I think it's ridiculous because they're just getting destroyed. Although I think, didn't they hold at Atletico? So, but again, without a salary cap, there's going to be less parity between teams, and you're going to see teams gets better and better and better, and other teams gets worse and worse and worse, and that's just what you're going to be seeing happening. So yeah, blame UEFA, because that's how they like it to be, like this gap in quality. David, hey HH, resending this question in case it got lost in limbo last week. How highly do you rate Pavel Nedved? Personally, I've answered that. So yeah, I did get your question. So yeah, I got your question. Cool. Manifred Gunza, hello HH. Who do you think are the 3 most underrated players in Europe right now? Insigne, Cedric Bakumbo from Villarreal, and Jordan Lukaku from Lazio would be my choices. The 3 most underrated. Bakumbo, definitely from Villarreal. I think that guy has really been on point. Zaza, people have not really speaking about what he's been doing at Valencia. Then I would say Forsberg, people need to speak more about this guy. Seeing him for Leipzig, but especially against Italy in both legs, this guy is a true talent. And Leipzig will not be able to keep him. He is too good to be at Leipzig. This guy, for me, he's going to be Sweden's next great player. He's definitely going to, because you had the Henrik Larsson, then you had Ibra. I think Forsberg can potentially eclipse Ibrahimovic as far as what he can contribute to Sweden. But I think that may not happen because I just think that he doesn't have great players around him. So I just think if Forsberg was in a better Swedish team, this guy would be absolutely amazing. But yeah, Forsberg for me, as of right now, I think he's the most underrated player in the world now. PQU Disney. Hello HH. How do you think smaller English clubs such as Southampton, Burnley and Newcastle would do against similar mid-table clubs in La Liga, Bundesliga and Serie A in their own form of European competition? Who do you think is stronger? Definitely, I would say La Liga, because I think La Liga, they are just technically better. So I definitely say La Liga and Serie A would definitely be surpass the mid-table teams of the Bundesliga and the Premier League, because in La Liga and Serie A, they're tactically better, they're technically better, and man for man, they just know how to play football a lot better than the guys in the Bundesliga and the Premier League. Final question from Jay. Yo, Double H. AKA, it's the kid. Quick question. I watch all your YouTube vids. I love your analysis, but you never talked about the main man, the beast, the Brazilian Adriano, Inter legend. This guy is out of this world. Talk about his history and what happened to him after football, drinking, gambling, etc. And also talk about my favorite player, Quaresma, who could have been better than Cristiano. No, thanks. For me, I never rated Adriano. I never really rated him. And even when he was rising up, I remember this was just before the 06 World Cup, and he was touted as the next great thing. I never rated him. I just thought, yeah, you've got a great shot, but you lack dribbling, you lack skills, you lack the mobility and fluidity on the ball. I might do a video on Quaresma, because I keep telling people that, fanboy may not like this, Quaresma has always been more talented than Cristiano. Quaresma was always the more talented player than Cristiano, but Cristiano just worked harder. Quaresma's ability is frightening. His ability is frightening, and whenever I see him, I'm like, man, oh, what could have been? It's good that he will be able to retire with winning a European Championship, first Portuguese team to win a major title, but he could have been so much more. That's just what I think. I just think that this dude could have been way more. So I just think it's unfortunate that he was never really able to really reap the rewards and really be able to become the kind of amazing player that he could have been. But yeah, I might do a video on that. So guys, that is all from me. Double H have hope. Hope you enjoyed this. Again, I will see you again next Friday answering your questions. Remember, head to the website, scroll down to the contact us, put in your name, your email, and guys, ask any questions. I want all questions. Ask any questions. I will answer them for you. Stay true, stay black. Peace. Thank you for watching this video. Think about pledging and become a Half of Football Hot patron. Pledge an amount each month and gain access to exclusive videos from your boy, the Football Hot, for more analysis. Peace.